The Bitcoin halving is quickly approaching, and this is obviously going to play a significant part in the crypto market. It always does. It signifies a major shift that after that is when we get alt season. Things absolutely begin to explode after that. But Google Bard has actually laid out some predictions for ADA as we get to the Bitcoin halving. And it significantly depends on where Bitcoin is at that time. Now, it actually laid out 3 scenarios, all right? I think you're going to like some of these. So we'll start with the lowest one first. This is the one that I think is realistically the most probable, all right? This one projects a target of $50,000 BTC. What it says is that during this time, ADA price should be somewhere between $1 and $2. So this reasoning is based more on a muted impact from Bitcoin's potential rise. So again, this is $50,000 Bitcoin by the halving. The reason I say this is the most realistic is because it's the closest in price, right? It's the most natural occurrence that we could see. If Bitcoin does consolidate and drop down here, we should obviously have a climb to $50,000. There are some levels that we have to work through. We're obviously approaching the all-time high. But the great thing for ADA is that as we get higher here, as we cut through some of these liquidity levels, there's less available ADA in the market up here. Price can easily move faster, and that's where that $1 to $2 range for the halving doesn't seem that crazy, all right? Now, what is interesting about this is it laid out some more scenarios. This one, scenario 1, had a target of $100,000 Bitcoin by the Bitcoin halving, which is crazy, right? Well, crazy to think about, at least as of right now, but I'll get to why some of these aren't necessarily so insane, all right? So what this says then is ADA price could actually rally to somewhere between $2.50 to $5 by the Bitcoin halving, which should be, I'm sure many ADA holders would love this, right? Probably well above their buy-in price, all right? So again, this has to do with increased market confidence and capital inflow. Now, the major one, the one that is the absolute breaker of the bank, all right? $250,000 BTC by the Bitcoin halving, sending ADA price to between $5 to $10. This would be an insane rise fueled by heightened investor sentiment and increased adoption of blockchain technology. Do I think scenario 2 is going to happen? No, I don't. The reason why is we're obviously still waiting for one of these spot Bitcoin ETF approvals, right? To open the door and the floodgates basically for everything else. We're waiting for less pullback in terms of crypto. I say pullback, less pushback in terms of crypto, right? We know that there are certain entities that are trying to fight crypto adoption. Really, in order for us to get to this $250,000 level BTC, $5 to $10 ADA by the Bitcoin halving, you have to have a completely full embrace of crypto here in the US. And simply by April, guys, 4.5 months away, it's not going to happen. All right. That's why I'm more tempered in my expectations. Now, what this means is that we still obviously can rally to these prices and above by the height of the bull market cycle, late 2025 in alt season, when these assets should in fact be rallying. But there is something that could lead obviously to scenario 1 happening here, this $100,000 BTC mark, $2.50 to $5 ADA. And really what it has to do is this trillions of dollars that are ready to flow into crypto. This says BlackRock has quietly opened the door to $1 trillion plus Wall Street game changer amid the $700 billion Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and crypto price boom. All right. This is technically an XRP article, but obviously because ADA is at the top and well positioned there, it can significantly see some of this capital flow in as well. Now, why this is a big deal, right? People might say, oh, $1 trillion, that doesn't move the needle, right? That doesn't even put us past what the prior all-time high was in terms of the global market cap of crypto. Well, what people need to remember is that $1 trillion in capital flowing into crypto doesn't mean we get $1 trillion added to the global market cap. It's well beyond that. The market cap just has to do with, math calculations. It has nothing to do with how much capital is actually here. Liquidity is well below 1.59 trillion, guys. There is not 1.59 trillion that can be cashed out of the crypto market right now. It's well below that. If you have $1 trillion in capital flowing into crypto, we'd probably end up somewhere in that $6-7 trillion range in terms of the global market cap, sending prices to insane heights. And that's where things get crazy. Now you have all these institutional investors that want to get into crypto, take up their position, and this influx would massively move prices. Obviously right now BTC is the focus, but then some of that spills over to other altcoins in the space. It drags liquidity with it. That's where things can get really exciting. But I want people to remember, this is just the start, guys. This is just kind of the early little hints. We haven't had an approval yet. We haven't seen this institutional money flow in yet. The best times to get impacts from these are still a little bit down the road here. That's why I'm not expecting an insane number when it comes to the Bitcoin halving. I'm expecting quite similar to what we've seen in the past, a pretty tempered run. You know, BTC could get up to that $50,000 range, maybe 55K, depending on how much momentum the market has. But the better times are still going to be in 2025, when the market should be hitting those all-time highs, when there should be a bigger embrace for crypto and blockchain-related tech. So that's what I'm looking forward to. I'd love to hear which of these scenarios you guys think is going to play out: 50K, 100K, 250, and where you think ADA price is in fact going to end up being. So I appreciate you as always. Show your support below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.